back to my channel. Hope that you're all well. It is the last day of April, so it is my favourite time of the month where I get to see everybody's completed pages. And I have an absolutely huge, humongous pile of books here. I've done quite a few pages this month. Quick stat update. Ended the month with 1,849 subscribers. That's an increase of 68 this month. That is amazing. Welcome to everybody who's joined this month. Big hello, big shout out. Thank you for subscribing. I've only done 2 videos this month. I normally do 4. Been a bit chaotic. Husband's still recovering from his operation. So yeah, still trying to get back into routine with it. I participated in 19 hashtags. That's pretty good too. So I'm just going to kick off and start sharing. So, first one is from Johanna Basford's Magical Jungle. If you watched my kind of kick-off video for the year, you'll know that Johanna Basford is one of my featured artists for the year that I'm trying to concentrate on. And I did this tiger page. I'd already done this one. There was a bit of spillage and a bit of pencil transfer onto this, but I seem to rescue it. So this was done with primarily Polychromos pencils. Posca pen for some highlights in the leaves. Some leaves. Some Pentel Dual Hybrid around the outside of the leaves. And then I actually used Staedtler Norris Aquarelle to do the background. This is actually Neocolor 2, and then this is Staedtler Norris Aquarelle in the background. Quite like them. I don't think they smooth out as nice as the Neocolor 2 or as good as the Inktense, but I do like the colours that they have. So that was that, and I was quite happy with the way my tiger turned out, and I'm glad to have got a double page. So that was Johanna Basford's Magical Jungle. Then the next one I have is from Enchanted Earth, and this is Melpomene Chatsia Panagiotou, and I'm really proud of this page. It is this one, the globe page. I'm really proud of this page. I went bold with the background, and it turned out much better than I could ever have imagined. So this was done with Albert Dürer, Faber-Castell Albert Dürer pencils. I love working with them in this book and Circle of Life. It just seems to work really well. The sky is Neocolor 2. There's lots of Posca pen, so that's all of these white bits. Lots of Posca pen in the water, lots of Posca pen in the water in the globe. And then there's some stickles on these kind of black. I did black and red bubbles to kind of complement the background. And I absolutely love this page. I'm super proud of it. Yeah, that's about all I can say. So that was Melpomene Chatsia Panagiotou Enchanted Earth. Then I have one from my Frühlings Spaziergang by Rita Berman. And I knew straight away what I wanted to do with this page. I knew I wanted pastel colours. I tested them out, I think, in the back here. So I knew what I wanted. This is primarily Brutfuna Macaron pencils. Arteza, there's a bit of Arteza Premium, just to do a bit of shading. Posca pens, which is all the dots on the flowers. On my Instagram post, I hadn't actually coloured the middles, but all of the middles are Pentel Dual Hybrid, and there's a variety of pinks and golds. And then this outside bit is gelatos, used dry. So I really love that, and I've actually now changed that to my profile picture on Instagram. So that was my Frühlings Spaziergang, and that was for the hashtag 4 Seasons Rita Berman. Yeah, really like that one. Then I did one from Meine Reise durch Afrika by Rita Berman. I did the map page. Not super happy with this, I have to say. Let me see, what did I do this with? This was coloured with Arteza Expert pencils. So each of these represents the flag of the country. Neocolor 2 in the background, I think, and the water. Then I put Folk Art Glitterific in the sky. And I put some Enchanted Shimmer on the water, as well as some Posca pen. Yeah. Not overly happy with the way it turned out. It's a bit messy, if I'm honest. And I kind of got all 3 books out so I could do this page in all of them, but that kind of didn't happen. There's bits of it I really like, and there's bits I'm like, meh. But it's a page done in Africa, and I haven't got many done in this book. So yeah, that was from Enchanted Earth Africa by Rita Berman. Then I haven't coloured in this book for ages. This is Party by Hannah Carlson, and I did some sweeties. And I just need to find them. It's like a sweetie mandala. Here we go. So what did I do this with? This was with Fruit Funa Squares. So if you saw my B is 4, you will know that I just got the Fruit Funa Squares. So I've been testing them out this month in a variety of different books. So this was with the Fruit Funa Squares. Lots of pentel dual hybrids. So someone here, it's Posca pen, and then there's some washi tape along the top. And I like the way this sweet wrapper turned out. I like the ice cream turned out. So there's lots I like about this page. And yeah, I like the watermelon. So that's that one from Party by Hannah Carlson. Then I did another one in Gnome Sweet Gnome, which I'm enjoying this book. And it was a party page. And this is because it was someone's birthday this month. Just got to find it though. That is the thing. Nope, not that one. That one's a whip. It was this one. This was a party time page. And I think this was for... There was a number of gnome hashtags. Gnomes colour along 24 and gnomes all year long. But it's also Happy B-Day F3 because she was allowed in cakes and gifts. So this was coloured with Arteza Everblend alcohol markers, Arteza Expert pencils, Pentel Dual Hybrid, and Posca pen. And I like the way that one turned out. I tried to keep the gifts all the same colours. Party Time has got like pentel in like the inside of the letters. There, you can just about see there. Yeah, I quite like it. Could have done maybe a little bit more with the background, but it was another page completed in this book. So, Gnome Sweet Gnome by Teresa Goodridge. That also went for Goodridge in 2024. Then this is a book by Sugar Sweet, Cat 22. This is the first one. I hadn't done anything in this for ages, and I just fancied it. And I pulled this page and I saw it and I was like, I know exactly what I'm doing with this. So I had a lot of fun colouring the crystals. I really, really like the way they turned out. The background is CSY watercolour paint. I coloured it with the Arteza Everblend alcohol markers and Arteza Expert pencils. There's Pentel Dual Hybrid and there's Posca. And I really, really like this. And it says, the water becomes as clear as glass. So that's why it's kind of like this shimmery green and purple, pink. I love the crystals that I did. Yeah, I just really like this page. And my ginger cat. So that was from the first book, Cat 22 by Sugar Sweet. Then I had a new book for me, Crystal Vogel's Alsmar Reiser der Verwunschenwald, which I think is something like Journey Through the Wood. And this was a page, new book for my first colouring in this book. This was coloured with Arteza Expert pencils, Pentel Dual Hybrid, Neo Colour 2 in the background, and Posca pen. I'm not sure I liked the Arteza Expert pencils in this book, so I may have to give some others a try. It may well be that this is an Albert Dürer book, but I will do some more testing next time. So there's a cobweb here on the hat, and I went over that with gel pen. I did some texture with, I think this was Neo Colour 2 on the grass. I like it. But yeah, I think I need to get a little bit better at it. So that's that one. Crystal Vogel's Alsmar Reiser der Verwunschenwald. Then we have Matchstick Mouse, a springtime colouring book. Now I've actually got two to show you in here because I missed one from last month. So this was the one from last month. Arteza Everblend alcohol markers, Arteza Expert pencils. There is some Pentel Dual Hybrid in the rain, and there is some Enchanted Shimmer on the puddle, which you can just about make out. Super cute. I love the texture I kind of got on the owl. Love the eyes. I just really like that one. It's quite, I like the green against the dark blue background. And then this month, I think it was one nearer the back. I did this one. This was Arteza Everblend alcohol markers, Arteza Expert pencils, Pentel Dual Hybrid and Posca pen. And in the background, I didn't want it to be brickwork in the background. I wanted it to make it look like it was more tree. So I did just lots and lots of dots, with lots of different colour green. But I like the purples against the green. I didn't put anything in the water, which is unusual. Yeah, really like the way that one turned out. Really cute. So that was Springtime Colouring Book by Morgan O'Brien, Matchstick Mouse. Then another book I hadn't coloured in for a while was Dreamy by Maria Trolle. I'm just got to find... Oh, I remember which one it was. This page. I really like the way this one turned out. So this was with Brute Funa Squares. Really like them in this book, I have to say. So Brute Funa Squares, Pentel Dual Hybrid. There's some gold in the mushrooms, which you can just about make out. Posca pen, which has gone around all the raindrops in the sky, and then I used Faber-Castell gelatos for the kind of moody dark background. And I didn't go for a red mushroom. I normally go for a red mushroom, but I wanted something quite neutral and not to dominate the page. And so yeah, I think it all worked in terms of the tones that I used. And I like these flowers, the pink flowers down here. And I tried to keep her the same colour as I did in the front, with a turquoisey dress and brown hair. So yeah, really happy with how that one turned out. And the Brute Funa Squares worked well. Then I have another page from Johanna Basford, and this is Lost Ocean. And I did a double page spread in this book. And I had a real fun with it. Just got to find it. Here we go. So this is it. So this again was with Brute Funa Squares, and I actually really liked them in this book. Lots of Pentel Dual Hybrid, so lots of sparkle throughout. Sakura Jelly Roll Glaze, that was on the Lighthouse. Yeah, a lot of fun. And then I got a fine liner, and as the kind of turquoise faded, I kind of dotted, and I quite like that effect actually. I'm definitely going to do that again. But I really enjoyed this page, and I didn't think it needed any more than that. I didn't want to expand it any further, you know, just to image in the centre of the pages. I've really been thinking about backgrounds lately and what they enhance and what they don't, and I've been attending to leave them lately, which is interesting. But yeah, I really like this, really like it. And the Brute Funa Squares worked lovely on this paper. So that was Johanna Basford's Lost Ocean. So that's 2 Johanna Basfords so that far this month. Oh, I will put my piece of wax paper back in the book, because there's lots of glitter there. Then we have another new book for me, Denise Klett's Gnomes in the Neighbourhood. I'm just got to find the page that I did. I don't know where it is. Cannot remember. I think this may be it here. Here we go. So this is one of the first ones I did in the month. Yeah. So I based this with Crayola Super Tips, because I've just got a set of 24 and also the pastel set. So I based, I think, all the flowers and the branches and all of the vines with Crayola Super Tips. Then I went over with Black Widows, and then all of the gnomes are with Staedtler fine liners, because they're quite detailed in their clothes and their patterns. There's some Chromatech glitter gel pen, Distress ink for the background, for the sky, and then Folk Art Glitterific in the sky. I really like the contrast of the sky and the pink and orange flowers, and I went for pink and orange very purposefully. Yeah, and I quite like this page actually, and I liked basing it with Crayola Super Tips. A little bit of ghosting on the back, but not much. So I'll definitely be doing that again in this book, basing with Crayola Super Tips, I think. And I like the Black Widows over the top of them, so that was great. I didn't colour this. This was Emma Colours, but for me, this is the first one in this book for me. So that was that one, Denise Klett's Gnomes in the Neighbourhood. Then I did another one in Romantic Country, The Second Tale. And this was a buddy colour with, on Instagram, Art Studios, and we did this one. So I based everything with dough and Inktense pencils. Then I went over and shaded with Black Widow pencils. There is some Arteza metallic watercolour on the wings, and a little bit on her dress. Pentel Jewel Hybrid on her dress. And Neil Colour 2 for the green background. And I have to say, I really, really like the way this turned out. Yeah, proud of that page. And I will put my buddy colour, my buddy's picture here. And I love, absolutely adore the background on this. I think it's absolutely sensational. I wish I had the courage to do something like that myself. So thank you very much, really enjoyed that, and that's another one for me in Aries. So that's one of Aries this month for me. Then we have another one in A Million Baby Animals, and this was also a buddy colour, and this was with @CountryNCC on Instagram, and we did the pram page, if I can find it. Nope, doesn't want to be found. Here we go. So I just saw this as pastels, so I did all of mine with Brute Funa macarons. There's a little bit of Pentel Jewel Hybrid, like on the bow here, on the horn, on the bow here, and a bit in the flowers on the pram. What else? Then there's Distress Oxide in the background, and I put some Winsor & Newton ink, kind of splattered it on. And I will put my buddy colours here. And we were very similar, going for pastel shades. So that was really nice. I really, really enjoyed that. I'm really enjoying this book. I've done quite a few in here already. So that was Lulu Mayo's A Million Baby Animals. Excuse me a minute. I had to let my cat out. Then I did another one in Balls of Fluff. And this, I think... yes, I did this one. This was actually a buddy colour with my daughter, but I don't think she's quite finished hers. So again, I was trying out my Brute squares. So this is Brute squares, and Inktense I used to do the grass at the bottom, and I think the inner circle was Inktense, and yeah, everything else was Brute squares. I seem to be doing a lot of grey dogs in this book, but I really, really like that. Brute squares worked wonderfully on this paper, and different colour combos for me. Green and pink, which was really lovely. So yeah, that was another one for me in this book. Really happy with the way this one turned out. That was that one. Then I wanted to do another one in A Million Sweet Things. So this was Lulu Mayo. And can't remember what it was. Can't remember which one I did. So I'm going to just have to do a bit of a flip. Oh yes, I can. There we go. It's this one. So, I was trying out my Crayola Super Tips, and I have to say this worked brilliantly, and I'm definitely going to be doing this more in Lulu Mayo. So I based pretty much all of it with Crayola Super Tips. Then I went over and shaded with Arteza Expert pencils. There's some Uniball Signo, kind of in the centre of the pink flowers. Lots of Posca pen, which I went around all the pink flowers with. Inktense for the blue in the background. And some Arteza metallic watercolours, and that's the little ghosts in the grass. And I really love the way this turned out. Really, really pleased with it. No bleeding in the back. So yeah, I'll definitely be using Crayola Super Tips. I love my monkeys. My monkeys are super cute. So yeah, that was from A Million Sweet Things by Lulu Mayo. I found something that works for me in Lulu Mayo. So then I have something from Small Bit Victories by Johanna Basford. So I think I've done 3 Johanna Basfords this month, which is really good. Really pleased with that. And I did the Lorries page, and this was a buddy colour, but I don't think I've written it down. This was with Colouring Bumblebee. She's not quite finished hers yet, but when she does, I will show both files on Instagram. So this is mine. Didn't have a particular colour scheme in mind. Definitely Arteza Expert pencils, which I absolutely adore using in this book. Pentel Jewel Hybrid. There's some Posca pens doing highlights, going around the flowers. around the ice cream and the balloons, but I absolutely love this, and I didn't think it needed a background. And for most of this book, I don't think I'll be doing backgrounds, just because once you've done the little details, you kind of don't want it to be taken away. Like, it's just washi tape there, and there's nothing there, just washi tape. Didn't feel like this needed anything else. I mean, maybe that something like this would have something here and here, but I don't know. I'm going to see that as I go along. But I absolutely loved that. So that was from Johanna Basford's Small Victories. And then my final one for the month is from Worlds Within Worlds. And this was, again, another buddy colour. And this was with Millie's colouring. And I love this page as well. And it's this one. And so, again, I based with Crayola Super Tips, which I've liked doing this in Kirby Roseanne basing with water-based markers. So based with Crayola Super Tips, shading with Black Widow pencils, lots of Posca, Neo Colour 2 in the background, Pentel Dual Hybrid, which I made the cage gold, and then I splattered some Winsor & Newton ink in the background as well. It went a bit big, as you can see here. But I absolutely love this page. I think it's really, really magical. I love my rainbow. Crystals were a bit weird. I wish I'd gone for one colour. The unicorns were white, kind of a glowy white with rainbow manes. But yeah, I really like the way this turned out. And I've got a double page spread, which is really exciting. So yeah, that was Worlds Within Worlds by Kirby Roseanne's. And I will put Millie's colouring image here. And I love her background. Gold, yellow background, just beautiful. Thank you very much. I've enjoyed all of my buddy colours this month. It's been really fabulous to do all of those with you and get more pages done in my books. Anybody else want to drop me a line about buddy colour in May? Please drop me a line on Instagram or message me here on YouTube. And yeah, that's my completed pages for April. Happy colouring, everybody. See you again soon.